Our today's topic is the trigonometric ratio. That is, we call these topics as a sine, cosine, and tangent. In short, we write it as sine, then cos, and then tan. If you go in history, then these names were given by Indian mathematician at the time of Gupta dynasty. They called it Jya, Trijya, and Vakrajya. Jya, Kojya. And later on it was translated into Arabic, from Arabic translated into Latin, from Latin these are the names. Now what exactly are these sine, cos and tangent? There was a mathematician and a philosopher, Pythagoras. Pythagoras gave the relation between three sides of a right angle triangle. He said the square of this is equal to the square on this and the square. That is so Pythagoras theorem is known as a square plus b square is equal to c square. Now whenever you have a question like this, a right angle triangle. Okay, let's talk about the triangle. Whenever you get a question involving the triangles, so this is a right angle triangle, you can say scalene triangle, then isosceles triangle, any kind of triangle. We use trigonometric ratios only for this type of triangle, which is a 90 degree. So whenever you see a question like this where the triangle is a right angle triangle, we are not going to use sine rule or cosine rule. So whenever you see this kind of a triangle, the first thing is either you are going to use the Pythagoras theorem or these ratios. Now when to use Pythagoras theorem, when to use sine, when cos and when tan. First we'll talk about this, then we are going to solve those questions which I gave you. So what we are going to learn is we are not going to learn about this and we are not going to learn about this. We are going to learn about this figure. How to identify this figure? In exam it is always like this. They don't write it 90 degree, but this one is the figure. It's when in a Pythagoras theorem, it's always, let me not use the drawing instrument. In the Pythagoras theorem, if two sides are given and you have to find the third side, then you use Pythagoras theorem. When you are going to use trigonometric ratio, if the question I gave you, you always remember there is, in most of the cases, it's one angle and one side. If you check the questions I have given you, you will find that what they have given is, this is, of course it is there, and then there's only one angle and one side. They are writing this 7, this x, this 30. For example, this one. So only these two things are given. The moment you see a question like this where it is a 90 degree, one angle is given and any one of the side is given, this is, now you have to use sine, you have to use either cos or tan. To use tan is very easy. The typical questions of tan are like this. If it is x, this is 7 and this is 30. Either this angle or this angle is given. So whenever you find that L-shaped sides are given or to be found, Like the first question is there. The first question is, this angle is given 35, this side is given 10, this one is given x. So you will see that when this kind of things are given, then see, you can see this L shape is there. This 3. So it is easy to identify that this is a 10. Now cos. How to identify if you are going to use the cos or not? The formula is there. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. This is opposite and this is adjacent. Now which angle is adjacent? In a triangle, if this is 30, let's talk about it. So this angle is touching this line is adjacent. This angle is not touching this line, so this is opposite. So this is easy to identify. That is the first thing. Okay. In cos, if cos is there, adjacent means this line will come and the line opposite there. When it is a sine, if this angle is given, opposite angle and this side. So with the practice you will find it's very easy to find whether it's a question of sine, cos or tan. That is the first thing. Second thing is that the second important thing is that sine, cos, tan is always they are the ratios. So sine, cos, tan is always written in the form of 1 over 2, 2 over 3, 1, 0.5 or something like that. So for example, you can get this way. Suppose you get sine 30 is equal to x over 5. We have to find x. So leave x alone and let this 5 go here. So x will become 5 sine 30. There's another method there that sine 30 is equal to x over 5. You divide it by 1, you multiply it, 5 sine 30 is equal to x. You can write it this way or you can write it directly. First thing is this. Second is, if x is in denominator. Suppose the question is sine 30 is equal to 5 over x. This is very easy. You just replace these places. You will write x is equal to 5 over sine 30. So it will be easy for you, and then you can use the calculator. So it is easy for you. Now we are going to use this knowledge to solve the questions. Now let's talk about question number 1. Unfortunately, my OneNote is not working at all. My computer was having some problem, so that's why I'm using this. This is, I think, Word. Generally, I don't use Word. I like OneNote. OneNote is a very good one. You can draw. At least for me, it's very easy. Okay, now let's talk about question number 1. Question number 1 says, let me open the where I gave you this question. That is, I hope I'm going to get it quickly. Yes. Question number 1 is this one. It says this is 10. This angle is 35. And this is x. I'm using both the methods so that you know how to do such questions. This is a 90 degree, so this is hypotenuse. this is opposite, and this one is touching this line, so this is adjacent for this angle. In this question you have to find adjacent. So adjacent to find and opposite given. As I told you earlier, if it is a L-shaped question, only this thing is given. It's always a 10. So you can straight away write 1035. In 10 we don't use hypotenuse. So 1035 is straight away 10 over x. You can solve it by writing 1, or this thing can be replaced without any calculation, and that is correct mathematically. You write x here. X is equal to 10 over 1035. So that is 14.28. If this unit is centimeter, you write it centimeter. That's how we solve these questions. Now let's talk about question number 2. The question number 2 says, can I draw a line here or angle? Okay. This is a B part, and B part is, this angle is given 40, this is x, and this is 8. Now hypotenuse is given. When in exam this question is given, immediately you see it has given only 2 things and third is unknown. As I told you, when this combination is there, it's a trigonometric ratio. Now you have to find it, whether it's, first thing is to identify it's a Pythagoras theorem, sine rule, cosine rule, or ratios. These 3 things are telling you that it is a either sine or cos or tan. Now this angle is there, so adjacent is not even there. It's just opposite. So opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So we are not going to use it. So we are going to write sine 40 is equal to 8 over x. In sine and cos, the longest line, that is hypotenuse, is always down there. Now as I told you, this can be replaced. So x is equal to 8 over sine 40. If you have a calculator, you can use it. You can quickly write the answer. And if I use my calculator to find out, that will be 8 over sine 40. 8. I'm getting 12.4. So this is going to be 12.4. That is a question number 2. Now let's do 3, 4, 5 very quickly. The problem with the word is I cannot scroll it up there. If I scroll it, I don't know what will happen. Let me see. See, that is the problem. It's not going up. With the OneNote, these are continuous sheets. In fact, once I used the same sheet for almost a year. Now question number 3 part C is, this is a question. X, the angle is 70 and this is 6. Now this, how to identify? This is 90 degree. Second is only one angle, and third is only one side. It is given. So now we will start from there. So you can see that in this question hypotenuse is given, so it is either sine or it is either cos. Now the side we have to ask is touching this angle, so this is a cos. cos 70 is, this is opposite, this is hypotenuse, that is x over 6. Now this x is already separated, so you just put 6 here. So 6 cos 70 is equal to x, and that you can calculate using calculator. So x will be I'm getting it 2.6 cos 70 2.05. You check it yourself. Now let's move to part D. Let me adjust my screen. So part D is, this angle is 22, this side is 18, this one is x. Now in this question hypotenuse is not even given, so you can write it straight away that 10 22 is equal to x over 18. Now this x is already separated here alone, so this 18 will go here. So x is equal to 18 10 22. And 18 10 22 is 7.24. Now you can see that this is 18, so this is roughly less than 18. This answer cannot be 1.7. This answer cannot be 42.6 because it is roughly nearby. So that's how we do the question. Now part E is, this is a triangle. Let me try to get it. This triangle. Go to the shapes. You may find it really tedious to draw from this one. So this is a triangle, and part E is totally different. I think it's just opposite. Am I going to get it? Yes, I think so. So this is question number, no, I think I've drawn just opposite. Anyway, let me draw using my pen only, so that it's not going to be very time consuming. This is 2.8. This one is x, and this angle is, I have no idea, it's 31 or what. Now here you can see that this thing is not given, so it is either sine or cos. This angle is touching this, so this is cos x, not x, angle is given cos 31. So this is cos 31 is equal to, where is this figure? I just wrote it. Now the hypotenuse is not given, so we are not going to use cos. We are going to use, if hypotenuse is not given, it is always 10. So 10 is always 2.8 over x. So 1031 is equal to 2.8 over x. Now this x, this is a replacement. So x is equal to 2.8 over 1031. And 2.8 over 1031 is is 4.6. So these are roughly the same, so answer is 4.6. There are other questions also, you can do the same. So one more time, if these are given and one of the angle, this is always a 10. If this angle is given and this side and this one, this is a cos, and if this angle is given, this and opposite sign is given, it is always sine. So it is, with the practice you will find it is easy. That's all from my side. I hope that tomorrow I'll be able to download the OneNote, so it will be easy for me. Otherwise, thank you very much. I'm going to give you a few questions for the revision. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.